So I have now 4 kind of characters, and what I will do is over here, what I will do is I will not disturb this, and let's say I save this data over here. And I save it as buffer equal to this random character this time, right? A big value. And I save it up. So this time this random character will go up. And now what I will do is I will rerun that software because it had crashed. So all I need to do is I don't need to go to a debug thing. And in the debug, I need to click on restart. So I click on restart, the software will restart and it is in pause state. I will again kind of like, let's say I will execute this. Okay, so now it is running a state. And what I will do now is that I will just add one thing, one code. I'll just say input. Okay. And now the thing is that I have this code. What I will be doing is I will go here and to do Python 2, and then I will execute the code, which is what was the code name? It was xxp1.py. So let me just do that quickly. xxp1.py. Okay. So if I do that, you see. Okay. So thing is that I need to give the IP address 193.168.0.220. Okay, I give that, and now that thing is ready. And now if you see that server has got a connection, all I need to do is press the enter button, and that buffer will go out. The random string value. As an access print enter, that thing got. Let me see. Okay, there has been some issues. Let's again restart that. Let me replay that. And this time, what the issue was. The buffer is done. Let me just say something like this. Okay. And this time I will again re-execute that. It is running a state. I will just say this. And it got crashed, right? It got crashed, if you see over here. Now the thing is that, guys, this is how as an attacker I will proceed with the whole storyline. I hope this till this time it is making sense. And now if you see, the EIP value is different. It is something 6942. Yeah, go on.
So actually, in real time when we are doing the pen testing, we will not go with the with this DOS attack like buffer overflow because it will crash the production system. So it will be having impact. So as a pen tester, so how can we proceed with the other options?
Okay, so as a pen tester, thing is that give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. So as a pen tester, what you'll be doing is that the first thing is that definitely there is a kind of a risk of getting, let's say, the crash of the system. So that thing will also be there in the, even if you do pen testing, that situation you will be kind of encountering even when the pen testing will happen. You will be kind of seeing that even when you are doing the pen testing, let's say the system got crashed, or let's say that the network traffic went down, So this all thing, even you will be kind of encountering in kind of pen testing environment. The only thing is that the chances will be little bit less. The reason will be that before you, let's say the Metasploit proceed with kind of sending out the exploit, thing is that it will know that, okay, it will already have a tested environment already previously, where it will be having a database where it will say that, okay, this version, this software, this operating system, this software, this specific version is suspect to this kind of attack. This all data will already be there, and it will specifically target that with a specific payload. because it will know that, okay, that payload will not crash the system. Okay. In that case, what will happen is that there will be less chance of crash. So that's one thing. But there, at least 20 out of 100 times you will even encounter crash. So even with knowing the operating system, the software version, and what are other details, maybe sometime what happens, like there are some kind of protection like ASLR or some kind of memory little bit off and down. And thing is that if the Metasploit code has not taken that into consideration, it will crash the system. Okay, so it's not that this will happen only in the test environment as an attacker. It will also happen in the pen testing environment. Okay, the only thing is, as I told, there will be a database of well-tested payloads. The reason the chances of crashing will be low, but still there will be that same encounter the situation. And if you encounter that kind of situation, in that case, there is nothing that you can do. You need to kind of in a control environment. Thing is that when the pen testing is done, there is always a kind of a risk that is accepted. It is not done on a production system. So let's say the Google website is running google.com on a server. So the pen testing team will not scan that server. For an example, it will scan the gamma version or the beta version. It will never scan the production system. So there is always the acceptance of risk that the pen testing might lead to crash, and we need to kind of take that risk and kind of proceed further with that. Okay, so I hope this addressed your question. Is there any other clarification?
Thank you, sir.
Okay, fine then. So now you see that, okay, 69, 42, 35, 69, the EIP has been kind of overwritten. Okay, guys, sorry for the interruption, and let me quickly start again. So now we see that we have sent out a random characters value, and we see that, okay, it's 69, 42, and whatnot. And what we see is that this EIP value is the same one that is over here. If you see, give me one second, I'll just close my door. It's something no. Okay, so now you see that the EIP value is actually over here in the stack memory, 6942, which I wrote. So it's if you see, it's I5BI. That is something which is overwriting the return pointer. So now I know what's the specific pattern is overwriting the EIP pointer. So what I will be doing is I will go and search for this value. So the value is I5BI. So I will go to this value. I will search for I5BI. And this is where I got it, right? This is where I got it. I will just do like this. I'll break it out. Okay, this specific character, I'll break it out. I will break something like this. I'll say buffer plus equal to this, and buffer plus equal to this. So this I5BI was the specific string which actually overrode that EIP value. Now I know that because this time I gave a random string, not like AAAA. Okay, so this time what I will do is, just to make it really sure, I will replace that with DDDD for an example. Okay, and this time what I will do is I will restart the system, and here we go. So it is in power state. I will repeat it run, and this time I will rerun the software, and it crashed. And now if you see that EIP has been kind of replaced with 444444. So 44 is nothing but the ASCII value of D. Okay, so now I am pretty sure that this is the string which is overwriting the EIP value over here, 44, right? So I hope this is making sense to you guys, how the storyline is making up, how the attacker will try to prepare exploit and then do kind of like how the Metasploit tool actually inculcate all those pen testing modules inside that. So this is where the whole engine is, like where the kind of those payloads are being developed. This is how the payload actually in real life the attacker does that. Okay. So now the thing is that we have the EIP value as 4444, and we know that, okay, this is where